Hello everyone, my name is CTS53 and you just saw my intro. I'm hoping you liked it. Seeing how this is my very first video, I'm putting up this disclaimer. The disclaimer basically says that the very opening song, Ink by Skillet, it's Hero, and all other content, videos, in-game footage, or in-game sound is owned by their rightful owners, basically. So on the very first video, we're doing a kind of a hard one. We got Warhammer Online PvP versus World of Warcraft, and it's PvP. Hasn't been one in a while, so I'm doing it now. Warhammer Online, you got a few different styles. You got Open World RVR, which consists of objectives and keep sieges. You got city sieges, and then you got scenarios, which are the battleground equivalents. World of Warcraft, you've already got battlegrounds, rated and unrated. You've got arenas, and then you've got your open world, Toberad and Wintergrasp. So first up today, we've got Warhammer Online, and here's my character Redzig. Redzig is a Squig Herder, which is the equivalent to the Hunter in World of Warcraft. You get bows, you get pets, you get a weapon for when they come up close, and you wear medium armor. He is only level 27, so I just want you guys to know that, yeah, not max level yet. I'm sorry about that, I really am, but everything I was getting so far is still really good. It's action-packed, and I'm pretty sure any PvP level will love the footage I got, even though I'm not max level. And here's one of those pets that I was just talking about, the Horned Squig. He's cute, isn't he? I really like him, but I don't use him a lot. And for World of Warcraft, here's my character. Max level, Feral Druid, Galgathon. He is a melee class, which actually resembles a Marauder a bit in Warhammer Online, except instead of just having one arm that changes, like the Marauder, you have your entire body that changes into a completely different form. And there's a cat form. So I'm going to make this video as unbiased as possible. Let's hope I do a good job.
So I'd really like to start off with Warhammer Online, and the reason is, it's the underdog. I mean, really, who doesn't know World of Warcraft PvP? I mean, you may not play it, but you certainly know of it. And this is where Warhammer Online becomes the underdog. So we're giving the underdog the first shot. Now I want to talk about the Open World RVR at first. The Open World RVR consists of objectives and keeps. And the objectives and keeps are intertwined with each other. You need to first capture the objectives, and every time you capture the objective, you will gain resource carriers. These carriers will then run to your work camp, and you'll gain resources for your keep. All the resources you get will help you level up your keep, and then you do get more siege weapons to go and attack the other keep. Now, something that is very unique to Warhammer Online is the collision detecting system, where I can't run through an opponent, or even an ally. If I'm trying to back away from a battle, and I back up into an ally, I can't move any farther because of the collision detecting system. It acts like real life, which is something I really enjoy. It's not just, well, I'm just gonna fly right through this baddie because I can get away like that. No, you can't fly right through anybody, really. You hit them. There is a collision detecting, which is very nice. Yeah, it's a lot of strategicness to the game. And it is something I think should be worth mentioning right off the bat. On World of Warcraft, on the other hand, you don't have this collision detection system, which allows you to literally just run right through everybody.
Now, I'm actually really happy that World of Warcraft doesn't have this collision detection system for a few reasons. One, you're constantly moving, and this is something that would make the collision detection system very difficult to implement. Two, with spells like Death Grip and Leap of Faith and Feral Charge from Warriors, all these different spells that require you to move incredibly fast, it would be absolutely broken, because you'd hit the person in front of them and it's like, well, that kind of sucks, I just wasted a move. It can't be implemented in the World of Warcraft, and it would basically break the PvP of this game. One thing that World of Warcraft does have are the battlegrounds and how diverse they are. I mean, yes, you have some similar mechanics. 2 games that require capture the flag, 2 games that are capture the map. But then you've got things like Altaric Valley. You've got Isle of Conquest and Strand of the Ancients, and what you're seeing right now, Eye of the Storm. You got so many different types, which is nice. It adds a different bit of variety every time you play. And this is one of the things I will give World of Warcraft, because they get their stuff done. They do. I mean, as much as there are times when, you know, it's like, well, the PvP sucks. They still get their stuff done. They make it interesting enough, and it's one of the strong points I believe World of Warcraft has. But don't count Warhammer Online out. Warhammer Online still has a wide variety of scenarios for you to choose from, but that all depends on what tier. Tier 4, you got the greatest. Tier 1, you're really restricted, and it's the same way all the way through. Now when it comes to gear, for the games, in World of Warcraft you've got PvP gear, which gives you resilience. Okay, now this will be a deciding factor if someone comes late to the game, hits level 85 late, and then like, well, I want a PvP. You're gonna jump in with PvE gear and get absolutely demolished, strictly because, well, you don't have any resilience. In Warhammer Online, you've got your renown rank, and the renown rank is what allows you to get gear. So you really have to PvP in order to get any of the good gear in the game. And this can be a double-edged sword. In World of Warcraft, the PvP gear and PvE gear are strictly separated. In Warhammer Online, they aren't. In fact, the PvE gear is PvP gear, and the PvP gear is PvE gear. And the best way to get gear? PvP. Use that gear, and then you can go and actually do some dungeons and all that, and you'll be perfectly viable. In World of Warcraft, it's not that simple. You have resilience on, you're out of the heroic. It's basically as simple as that. In Warhammer Online, they do the PvP gear better, because you get it all the way through, and it doesn't really affect either side of the game. Now, real quick, here is the open world PvP in World of Warcraft, which is set on a timer. Actually, kind of funny. Another thing that's real quick. The combat animations in World of Warcraft are fluid. They are. World of Warcraft wins this one hands down. It's fluid, it's nice. Warhammer Online doesn't have this because it was rushed out of the gate. Some of the animations are kind of choppy and a little odd looking. Another thing that I really want to point out here at the end is the different styles. If you're into 1 versus 1 for PvP, then World of Warcraft really is the game for you, because that's really what its PvP focuses on. It focuses on 1 versus 1, and I know that Blizzard has stated multiple times that they focus around 3v3 or whatever, not 1 versus 1, but the problem is, that works great on paper, but in-game it's not like that. In-game, if I pull someone off, they're most likely going to focus on me, unless it's in Warsaw Ghost and they're focusing on the flag carrier. But if they focus on me and I focus on them, it really does turn into 1 versus 1. This is why I think the duels are so popular, because it really is 1 versus 1. Warhammer Online, you get a sense of it being a massive battle. And if you enjoy massive battles, if you enjoy having to focus on multiple people at the same time in that rush, then Warhammer Online really is a better choice. And I think one of the things that makes this such massive is because of the collision detecting system. It makes you have to focus on your surroundings, because you can't exactly walk through people like you can in Warcraft. So, on a quick bring back, or whatever you want to call it, the Warhammer Online wins when it comes to armor. It wins when it comes to using the environment, and it wins when it comes to how having PvP matters. World of Warcraft wins with actual combat animations, and it wins with their battlegrounds, because all in all, they're very well done. And another thing that Warhammer Online wins at is making it massive and making it strategic, because in my opinion it really is. Now yes, this is all based on opinion, I understand that, but in my opinion, Warhammer Online still wins. It's still a better game for PvP. Now, I really hope you enjoyed my video. I try to be as unbiased as possible, because I really do enjoy both games and they both deserve the best. But Warhammer Online just won. Now I know voiceovers suck, I'm sorry, they should get better in the future, so thank you for watching and please subscribe.